Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. This is episode 466 of the Ping Pong Flix Show. Happy New Year. Happy 2020. It's a new year, and hopefully, the Wonder Woman 1984 comes out, Birds of Prey comes out, and, here's hoping, crossing fingers, that the Snyder Cut also comes out. Zack Snyder's Justice League also comes out this year, but we'll have to wait and see. In the meantime, here's an update from the other day when we talked about Lee Bermejo's design possibly going to be influencing the Batsuit in the Batman. Well, it sounds like that was total BS. Fies at Fies on Movies on Twitter came out and says, time for the truth to come out. These leaks, they came from me. A month ago, I made a fake leak because I was bored. I wasn't expecting more than a few "that's BS" replies. However, I guess I got lucky because some rumors came out that matched it. I really meant it as a joke. So this person went on DCEU leaks. I'm trying to decipher, but I'm thinking he was kind of right about the Zoe Kravitz thing. But the whole thing about Lee Bermejo's art has huge influence on the movie. The Scooper, who, I think they're part of Geeks Worldwide and all that kind of stuff. They got it from this leak. So, yeah, that was a total fake. I guess that's not happening, and it just, I guess, one, it shows how easy it is to put something out there and people pick it up and make it very, compelling. And the other thing is where scoopers actually get it from. They might not actually get it from actual studio sources or inside people. In this case, they got it from Reddit. So, well, there goes that. And like I said, it's not the only time that Lee Bermejo's art influence design rumor has came into play. That also happened during Batman v Superman, when we were trying to figure out Batman's suit at that time as well. So, there goes that. In any case, there is a new update for Birds of Prey that is coming out next year. This is the TV spot that has come out here. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, I got it right here. Okay, so this is the new Birds of Prey TV spot.
There are no limits to what we could achieve.
Action.
He bought himself an army.
Action there.
We gotta take him down.
So very much the kind of playful tone with that rated R aspect to it. Some great compositions here, great design, great color, and it looks like it's going to be a very great looking film, and very short, not much in there, some new scenes and stuff like that, and definitely very something that's pretty compelling to look at. But someone noticed something in the background, and I'm gonna have to give credit to Pisces here. Josh, Too Good For You noticed, or at least someone else noticed, actually. Spade King noticed this. It was him with this mask on in the back of everyone. See, he's the leader. That's Black Mask in the back. This is probably our first look at Black Mask with the Black Mask, if you kind of squint, you can kind of see it very much looks like, the comic book accurate Black Mask if you look really closely at it. But we'll have to wait and see when the film actually comes out. There were rumors going around, and people who actually saw the footage at the Brazil Comic Con Expo that they did show the actual Black Mask, like the comic accurate Black Mask. Possibly other characters had other comic accurate costumes as well. So that in itself is exciting for comic fans who kind of want to see that comic accurate designs for Birds of Prey. So But yeah, this is exciting. At least we get kind of a look, like just a little bit, if that's really truly him, what people are thinking it is. And it does kind of look like it if you really squint. Of course, you know, we won't know for sure until we actually see the movie. I don't think they're going to reveal any of that stuff until the movie comes out later, you know, next month. Actually, it's next month because it's January. So that's Birds of Prey. Now, speaking of Birds of Prey, in terms of that universe, Suicide Squad, David Ayer continues to kind of champion or at least hint at him wanting to see the Ayer cut. He put this out on his Instagram story today, showing Jared Leto as the Joker, as a little bit more teases into just slowly kind of scratching that itch, if you will, for the release the Ayer cut, and we are slowly, little by little, talking about it more as we are trying to concentrate on the Snyder cut. And I think with the Snyder cut under our belt, then it will be a lot easier to get the Ayer cut afterwards as well. But I think he's slowly giving us a little bit more to work with, and I think more people are jumping on board with that. And I know a lot of you in the comments, or I saw some that were trying to say release the Ayer cut. I have been talking about it as little as every little bit of information Ayer gives out and gives up with, and looks like he's talking about it more, and that's why I'm bringing it up. So that's awesome as well. Speaking of possibly Batman and things like that, Jeffrey Dean Morgan tweeted this out December 31st. Guys, found the comedian mask. Still fits like a glove and looks extra with my badass bifocals. Here's to a mask comeback in 2020. Of course, that's the comedian mask right there. He puts his bifocals over it, and nothing much, and like that. You know, it's cool. But I really thought this was interesting when he says, "Here's to a masked comeback in 2020." Masked comeback? What is he gonna come back? Is he gonna cameo in Watchmen, the HBO Max HBO series, or is he referring to possibly Flashpoint Batman? You know, because he was supposed to be Flashpoint Batman. I mean, Zack Snyder had brought him on as Thomas Wayne for this very reason, not just to play Thomas Wayne for that short little scene, but possibly being one of the most badass Batmans in comic book history. Thomas Wayne as Batman in the Nightmare, not a nightmare, but the Flashpoint paradox that have come about because Flash, went back in time and did something so that this actually happened. So, and we kind of thought that eventually, and even Zack Snyder kind of hinted that eventually this would have been the case. He was hinting that they'll probably want to tap into the Flashpoint future. Some even suggested, hey, does this actually mean maybe possibly we even see a glimpse of this? Maybe in Zack Snyder's Justice League? Is that something that he would have filmed like real quick in a short scene or something like that? That could be a possibility as well. Does this also mean that Flashpoint could be, the new Flash movie could have Flashpoint elements within it, including Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Batman? So there's a lot of different things that we could come about and theorize about this. I mean, Zack Snyder did like this post, by the way, when I shared it on Vero, but possibly because he loves that theory of that idea that Jeffrey Dean Morgan could come back as the Flashpoint Batman. And I think I probably kept saying Nightmare Flash, but it's Flashpoint Batman, not Nightmare Batman, Flashpoint Batman. So yeah, so I would totally love that. I would totally dig that idea. Or even if it's like some kind of new role for Jeffrey Dean Morgan in terms of having him wear a mask, that's possible. But him saying masked comeback, it feels like it's either a comeback to that character that he's playing, which, most of the things you can probably think of is probably like comedian. So does that mean he would have a big role or a kind of a cameo within Watchmen? The other characters don't aren't from Zack Snyder's Watchmen, right? Adrian Veidt is not played by the I forgot the guy's name, the guy who played him in Zack Snyder's Watchmen, nor is the other characters, right? So it'd be kind of weird, I guess, to have Jeffrey Dean Morgan reprise his role as the comedian for the HBO Watchmen. So I don't know how that would play out unless he's just playing a cameo in the series as a different hero. But a lot of people like to theorize that it's possible that they're considering him to be Flashpoint Batman. And I think that would definitely excite me the most if he is actually hinting towards Flashpoint Batman. Or, like other people have theorized, maybe Zack actually shot a scene with him as Flashpoint Batman. Just a little tinfoil there. So, yeah. Speaking of Zack Snyder posted on New Year's, and this is his message. Happy New Year, and a big thank you to everyone for showing such amazing support, not just for me, but for this community, for this idea. And thank you for your spirit of giving to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. We did a lot in 2019. There's more to do. Keep fighting. So very encouraging words from Zack Snyder. There's a lot more to do. He wants us to encourage to keep fighting. He's thanking us for the amazing support for him and the community, and also thanking us for donating quite a bit to the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention with the release of the Snyder Cut. So that's great. That should be encouraging words for you, saying that don't give up, keep fighting, be strong, and love one another and care for one another, and continue to support not only the foundation, but the cut, the cast and crew, Zack Snyder and his family and himself, and just united. Sword, the unity of it will actually get this thing released, right? So that's awesome. But someone asked him on Vero, are we getting close, or is there still more we need to do? And Zack Snyder did reply, your voice is clear and strong. For anybody who's wondering if whatever we've been doing from November 17 and before that to what we're doing in terms of the banners and charities and stuff like that, the Twitter, trending and stuff like that. This should make you feel at ease. Your voice, our voice, is clear and strong. It's working. It's helped a lot. It has been tremendous support for Zack Snyder in terms of trying to get his Justice League coming out. So I anticipate, that this year could be the year for Zack Snyder's Snyder Cut. Just seeing how the pace we've had been, just seeing the amount of voice that we have brought to the world, to show the world that we really want the Snyder Cut, that what is the Snyder Cut, and that Zack Snyder has really kind of officially put out a brand name for that movie, that project, Zack Snyder's Justice League. So with just the amount of noise, the amount of chatter, the amount of progress, I just feel like it would all work itself out this year, this 2020, and I really hope I'm right about that. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll just have to keep on pushing, and pushing we will. In fact, Release the Snyder Cut at RT Snyder Cut has put up a mock-up of what it's going to look like. This is where we're going to put the FA Cup. It's one of the, I'm not too familiar with it, but in Europe, I guess it's really big thing. They've hit a goal. It's over 4,800 pounds, which means there's about the whole 2 minutes worth, either 2 minutes or 4 minutes worth, well, I think 2 minutes, and the other half will go to the American Foundation. But I think it's 2 to 4 minutes or something like that. So anyway, but they're gonna have this playing. This is gonna have it run across this middle section in real big letters. Hashtag Release Snyder Cut at RT Snyder Cut, so people can go on Twitter to maybe hopefully learn more about it, about that thing. So, about Release the Snyder Cut. This is the animation of how it's going to look as it runs across for quite a bit. 4 minutes. There you go. 4 on Sunday. 4 minutes of air advertising, and that should be huge. That should be quite something to see. I'm sure it will be on ESPN. We can probably catch it on that. I'm sure people will take lots of video and things like that. So amazing. That's great. This fandom cannot be stopped. When something big comes up, people just really come together and get together and bring these incredible things to fruition, and be part of, just continuing to bring it to the mainstream. And this is part of one of that as well. The other thing that you guys could potentially just help out a little bit, Zack Snyder and team had put out another design, another merchandise for you to purchase, and all of it supports the American Foundation Suicide Prevention. Yeah, Zack Snyder's Justice League embroidered on a beanie, right? There's different designs over here. There's got black, gray, and red, and it also has the simple one that you can get to. I bought this one. This is the one I bought. Hopefully it arrives in time before my trips to other cold places. Yeah, there's some time left to buy it. $515 raised. The goal is $5,000. This is in addition to all the other ones, the hoodie, the t-shirt. It all goes to American Foundation Suicide Prevention. And I just really got to clarify. I mean, really, this should be huge, guys. This is Zack Snyder's design. This is Zack Snyder himself designed this thing. I mean, this should be flying off the shelves. Yeah, it's $25, but this is going to a good cause, right? So I think this is fantastic. I think we should all get it. We should all wear it. I know some states might not be that cold, but you may have to go to somewhere cold, and so you may want to get it. If not, get the t-shirt. But in any case, getting this would support the American Foundation Suicide Prevention. It would support the Snyder Cut, and it would support Zack Snyder's Justice League itself. So yes, so I'm going to put this link in the description below. Please go and check it out, and please go pick yourself up some beanies, also the hoodie or the t-shirt as well. This is Zack Snyder's official Justice League merchandise. All right, well, that is it for today. Happy New Year once again, 2020. It's going to be big. I think we're going to have a fantastic time this year. There's going to be a lot of material to cover, and hopefully, I apologize for the mic and just the basic rookie, noobish setup here. But within next week, by next week Wednesday, I'll be back at home in my usual setup and usual microphone. So But thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.